Hi everyone, my name is Mark Duiker. I'm a developer advocate at Ably, where we enable developers to build live and collaborative experiences. Today I'm very excited to announce the Ably VS Code extension. And with this extension, you can manage your Ably applications directly from within VS Code. Let's have a look. So here we are in VS Code, a code editor used by millions of developers. It's very flexible and extensible. I already have the Ably extension installed, but let's assume I don't have it yet, and I'll show you where you can get it. If you go to the Extensions tab and look for Ably, we see it right here. And if you don't have it installed, you can already install it right if you click on this item. But here I've selected the item and we can now walk through the README. What's important to know is this extension is still in preview, so do expect some rough edges. We'd love to hear from you what you think of this extension, what kind of other features you would like to see, if you run into issues, what are those. So definitely let us know either via Discord or via GitHub. I'll add both links in the description. So if you look at the README of this extension, it shows you some animated GIFs, what you can expect. The only prerequisite that there is that you need to have an Ably account with admin access. So if you don't have an Ably account yet, please follow this link to sign up for a free account. After you sign up for your account, we need some details. We need an account ID and we need a control API access token because those two things are required to communicate with the Ably backend. So let me quickly show you where you can find the account ID and the access token. So if we switch through here, so this is the Ably dashboard. If you want to see where your account ID is, you click the account dropdown, go to account settings, and then the first item is the account ID. So this is the first value you need to copy. Then the other thing you need is a control API access token, and you can access that via the My Access Tokens. So I already have a couple, but if this is the first time that you're doing something with the control API, which is used under the hood, then this list will be empty, and you can create a new access token via this button, provide a name, select an account if you have multiple accounts here, and you need to select the capabilities for this access token. And the extension at the moment requires read and write capabilities for the app. It will require read write for the keys and for the rules and for the queues. At the moment, the only write access that is used is for the app, but we will extend the capabilities of the extension a bit further. So if you already have these pre-selected, you don't need to change your key later. Then you can click create, and then you have a new access token, and then you can copy the ID of the token. And then you can go back to VS Code because we need to provide those in the settings. So that's the next step. If you go to manage your settings in VS Code, go to settings, then go to extensions and then select Ably. Then here you see where you need to copy paste the account ID and the control API key values. There is a third setting called Send Telemetry, and that is off by default, but it would be of great help to us if you enable that. Because if you enable that, we will get some more information how you're using this extension and where you potentially run into issues. So please help us a bit by enabling this setting. But again, it's totally up to you. So now everything is set up. So now we can actually use the extension. So now you can click this Ably App Explorer icon. So let's do that. And now it will list all of the Ably applications you have, and which you can also see in the Ably dashboard. Well, at the moment, it actually shows you more than you can see in the dashboard, because it also shows which applications were deleted. So there are different icons in use. So if you see this trash bin icon, that means the app is deleted. If you see this play button, that means that's an enabled application. There's also a disabled icon in case you have an application that's disabled at the moment. So let's expand on this one, the Ably extension test. So here again we see that the status is enabled, that TLS only is set to false, and then we can drill down into some other aspects of the application. For instance, we can look into the API keys. And here we have 3 API keys, and if you hover over them, we also see that we can copy this value. So if you click this, copy to keyboard, now the key is copied. So if you create a new file, we can paste it in. So if you need access to your API key, you can easily copy it using the extension. And you can even drill down further per key, so you can see what the capabilities are of the key when it's created, what are the resource restrictions. So you can drill down quite deeply in these API keys. Another thing you can look into are queues, if you have queues configured. Otherwise, this list will be empty. So here we have need one queue configured, and you always have a data queue configured as well. You can see in which region it is deployed, what's its state, time to live, max length, and so forth. The final thing you can look into are the integration rules. So if, for instance, you have configured a webhook to be called once a message is published, you can also find that information here. So here we can see we have one webhook integration rule configured, and it listens to any channel that starts with chat, and the target is in this case an Azure Function app. So using this extension is a very easy way to drill down in your applications and to see how it is configured and to copy some API keys. But you can do more. You can also create new applications. So one of the things you can do is you can use the command palette. So Control-Shift-P, and type in Ably there, and the first thing that pops up is the Ably Create App. So you can also create new apps. So let's do that. We need to provide a name. VS Code extension demo. And we need to provide to use TLS only or not. In this case, it's true. So at the moment, the control API is called to create the Ably app, and now it is created. So, and we see it right here at the bottom. So the App Explorer will refresh after the command. In case maybe you or someone else is doing actions at the dashboard, so the web-based dashboard, those actions that are done there are not automatically synchronized with this App Explorer. So if you want to make sure that you're looking at the most recent data, then it's best if you do a refresh. And so in case something else happens in the dashboard that you don't know. But any actions you do here, so creating a new app, that will trigger a refresh and will get all of the recent data through the control API. You can also create a new application not only via the command palette, but also through the menu in the App Explorer. You click Create App here, and you'll end up in the same wizard as we saw before. All right. So if you're using Ably at the moment, then I highly suggest that you try this VS Code extension. I think it works a bit quicker than going through the web-based dashboard. So I think that there's definitely some time savers there. This is not feature complete yet when you compare it to the Ably dashboard. So please give feedback to us what kind of functionality you want to see in this extension. And of course, if you encounter any bugs, please let us know as well. Thanks everyone.